Everyone's arguing about Rolex versus Tudor, spending $8,000 to $15,000 on dive watches, while completely ignoring the watch that beats both of them in almost every measurable way. This is the Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean. It costs half the price of the Submariner, and after 30 days of wearing it, I'm convinced most people are buying the wrong dive watch. Here's why this might be the most undervalued luxury watch on the market right now. Before we go any further, I need you to be honest with me in the comments. Have you ever actually considered an Omega Planet Ocean? Or did you immediately dismiss it because it's not a Rolex or Tudor? Because what I'm about to show you is going to make you question everything you thought you knew about dive watch hierarchy. And stick around to the end because I'm going to reveal the one specification where this watch absolutely embarrasses both Submariner and the Black Bay. Let's start with what the Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean actually is, because I guarantee most of you have never given it serious consideration. This is Omega's professional dive watch, not the Bond Seamaster that everyone knows, but the tool watch that actual professional divers choose. It comes in 37.5, 39.5, and 43.5 millimeter. So unlike the Submariner, it actually fits every wrist size perfectly. But here's where it gets interesting. While everyone's fighting over Rolex and Tudor availability, you can walk into an Omega boutique tomorrow and walk out with the Planet Ocean. No waiting lists, no games, no having to buy your dealer's wife a necklace to prove your loyalty. The price? $4,500 to $5,500 depending on the model. That's literally half of what you'll pay for a Submariner on the gray market, and significantly less than a Tudor Black Bay. But price means nothing if the watch isn't delivering. So let's talk about why this watch is technically superior to both Rolex and Tudor options. Here's where things get controversial, because the Planet Ocean just doesn't compete with the Submariner and Black Bay, it destroys them in several key areas. The caliber 8900 coaxial master chronometer movement, it isn't just some marketing speak, this is genuinely more advanced than what Rolex puts in the Submariner. First, the coaxial escapement. It reduces friction compared to the traditional Swiss lever escapements, which means better long-term accuracy and less frequent servicing. Rolex is still using the 19th century escape technology. Second, it's master chronometer certified, which means it's tested to 15,000 Gauss of magnetic resistance. The Submariner, about 1,000 Gauss. In our modern world of laptops, phones, and magnetic everything, this matters more than Rolex wants to admit. Third, the accuracy. COSC certified plus additional testing by Midas, we're talking 0 to plus 5 seconds per day, which actually exceeds Rolex specifications. 600 meters of water resistance versus 300 for both the Rolex and the Tudor. Now, nobody's diving to 600 meters, but this tells you everything you need to know about the case construction integrity. The Planet Ocean is simply more robust. The helium escape valve actually works. It's not just a decorative piece like on some dive watches. This has been tested by actual saturation divers. Super luminova that glows brighter and longer than any competitor. I've tested this. After 8 hours in darkness, the Planet Ocean is still clearly readable while the others have faded significantly. The unidirectional bezel has 120 clicks versus 60 on most dive watches, giving you more precise timing intervals. But specifications don't matter if the daily wearing experience sucks. So I wore the Planet Ocean for 30 consecutive days: office, gym, swimming, weekend adventures, and here's what I discovered. The 39.5mm wears smaller than the 41mm Submariner. The shorter lugs and slimmer profile make it disappear on the wrist. So if you have 6.5 to 7.5 inch wrists, this is probably the perfect size. Here's where Omega gets unfairly criticized. Yes, the bracelet isn't quite Rolex quality, but it's significantly better than the Tudors. The micro adjustment clasp actually is more user-friendly than Rolex's glide lock system. After a month of abuse, this watch looks virtually new. The anti-reflective coating on both sides of the crystal is superior to what Rolex uses. No scratches, perfect clarity. Over 30 days, this watch gained exactly 47 seconds. That's plus 1.5 seconds per day, which is better than most Submariners I've tested. This might be the most versatile luxury dive watch made. It works with the suit, it works with board shorts, and it works with everything in between. The design is distinctive enough to be interesting, but classic enough to be timeless. Now, let's address what everyone's thinking. If this watch is so great, why isn't everyone talking about it? Omega doesn't have Rolex's marketing machine or artificial scarcity. They actually want to sell you a watch, which somehow makes people value it less. It's the psychology of exclusivity. We want what we can't have. But here's the honest truth. This watch will actually lose 30 to 40% of its value the moment you buy it. But here's the interesting thing. If you're buying a luxury watch as an investment, you're doing it wrong. Watches are meant to be worn and enjoyed, in my opinion. Most people won't recognize this as a $5,000 watch. If you need external validation from your timepiece, buy a Rolex. But if you want the best dive watch for actually diving, swimming, and daily wear, this is it. Some collectors still think Omega as almost Rolex, instead of recognizing it as a legitimate alternative with its own strengths. This is outdated thinking from people who haven't actually tried modern Omega. Now here's my controversial take. If you removed all the logos from the Submariner, the Black Bay, and the Planet Ocean, and just judged them on technical merit, daily wearability, value proposition, the Omega wins in almost every category. The Submariner wins on prestige and resale value. That's it. The Black Bay wins on vintage aesthetics and size options. The Planet Ocean wins on technology, water resistance, magnetic resistance, accuracy, availability, and price. If this is your first luxury watch buyer, buy the Planet Ocean. You'll get more watch for the money, you'll actually be able to buy it, and you'll learn whether you love mechanical watches without a massive financial commitment. If you're building a collection, the Planet Ocean gives you capabilities that neither Rolex nor Tudor can match. It's the dive watch for people who might actually use it as a dive watch. If you absolutely need the Rolex crown for business or social reasons, I get it. But don't pretend it's a better watch, it's just a more recognized brand. Here it is. The Planet Ocean's 15,000 Gauss magnetic resistance means you can literally stick it on your refrigerator and it'll keep perfect time. Try that with the Submariner and you'll be visiting the watchmaker. So, here's my challenge. Go try a Planet Ocean. Actually hold one, wear it, compare it side by side with the Submariner. I guarantee at least half of you will walk out with an Omega. Drop a comment and tell me, have you ever actually considered the Planet Ocean? Or did you dismiss it without even trying it? And if you own one, tell these Rolex fanboys what they're missing. Hit subscribe because next week I'm reviewing the watch Omega doesn't want you to know about, their own Speedmaster that costs less than this Planet Ocean, but actually might be a better buy.